Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for Bitcoin price prediction based on Elliott Wave analysis. We're gonna see Bitcoin what is doing today. Before we continue the analysis, this video is brought to you by BYDFI. By using my KG trading referral link or code in the description below, new user can unlock exclusive bonuses on BYDFI. Here's how it works. Deposit, take your first trade, and unlock your bonus. Deposit $100 and get 50 USDT. Deposit 1,000 and get 200 USDT. Or deposit 20,000 and get 2,000 USDT in bonuses. On top of that, by using the KG trading referral, you'll also get VIP 3 level, meaning significantly reduced trading fees from day one. The offer isn't done yet. For every $1 million you trade on BYDFI, you earn $130 in Bitcoin with rewards up to $2,500. Don't miss this deal with BYDFI, deposit bonuses, lower fees, and extra Bitcoin rewards. Don't forget to check the link in the description below. With this daily analysis, as usual, starting with our channeling to see the price position from our channel, what it did. Basically, we saw a signal yesterday for lower prices. So we'll see, of course, what happened exactly, and if we are aiming, of course, for the base channel again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the bull run finished as a wave 1. ABC still working perfectly, of course, as an expanding flat. And we're still looking for some red, of course, pushing in lower prices here. However, of course, the price exited the base channel here as, of course, a signal that it's a true correction going on there. And, of course, we see the resistance from the old base channel, and we see, of course, the price again resisting and pushing downward. Yesterday, we saw some red again, and we see, of course, a red candle for the daily. And we're still aiming, of course, potentially to come back to the base channel here. However, exiting the base channel, the current one taken from the wave 1 and based on the wave 2, that is a question mark. Of course, it should not exit the base channel as an impulse. So that means, of course, this is not an impulse anymore. It is something else, definitely. And we finished a structure over there as a zigzag. Wave 1 can be, of course, wave 2 zigzag, of course, as diagonal. And it is unfolding a wave 3 diagonal toward the downside as our highest possibility scenario that we were mentioning since weeks ago. And of course, as highest possibility. By all means, this scenario for an impulse is a very low possibility right now as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. And then, of course, to finish up as an impulse is a very hard possibility. The highest possibility is right now is this diagonal. Same target and same levels that we are looking for here. Nothing has changed, but only the psychology, how we are going to achieve this target. Rather than pushing impulsively in a wave 5 here and then 4 and a 5, we might be, of course, in a zigzag, wave 3, wave 4, and a wave 5. All of them will be zigzags, of course, for Bitcoin here so far. So basically, this scenario is the highest possibility right now. I'm looking for something, of course, to unfold still toward the downside to reach the 69K here and around it, or 68K, which is in confluence anyway with our minimum target 0.38, 0.5 level taken from the wave 1 there. Of course, as a retracement, we would like to see a wave 2 hitting this area, then pushing very massively toward the upside again for a bull run, wave 3. And of course, this area is in confluence here with this technical support area, of course, which it is supporting as well our fib levels there and our target to push for higher. So very, very likely 68, 69K and around this area might be, of course, our target for Bitcoin. Now, another different possibilities for a deeper correction in case, of course, Bitcoin is going to be very, very bearish. And that means, of course, deeper prices. Well, we have to count the things differently. Therefore, you have to count this as a wave 1 there. Finished, of course, bull run as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Your wave 5 is a little bit here a question mark as an ending diagonal, but still can be possibility in case we dive very, very deep. in W, X, and a Y, because we have three waves here. An X, a very long sideways, and a very massive drop for a wave. Y 0.38. This time taken from the low also, but from the top again, which of course give us a deeper 0.38 minimum requirement at 56K500, which is of course still in confluence here with this technical support area, and it might still of course push towards the upside, but of course there is a huge difference between the 68K and the 68K and the 56K. Yeah, so there is a 12K difference. So we need to break this area first before calling, of course, this this number, yeah, or this price. So yeah, I would say first possibility or in priority is to watch this scenario. If broken here and we still see weakness, then of course we're gonna call the WX and a Y deeper correction, of course, to reach, of course, the 56K and around it. The bullish scenario, well, yeah, surprisingly, that is still there. It still has some percentage here, 10, 15%, but very low possibility, of course. But still the 10 and the 15% there, because, of course, we didn't took the 886 yet. We're still inside the perfect fib level for a potential 1-2 here. And it still can unfold something as an ending diagonal, for example, to finish up here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or even another larger ending diagonal 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. One more high can still be very possible, especially if this zigzag will turn into double 1-2s. Yeah, so those are leading diagonals and ending diagonal, but very likely to turn into double 1-2s, and then of course pushing toward the upside. However, confirmation for this, you need, of course, to take the 99K700, which is not taken, by the way, and as a signal that no, we cannot think about it right now, and it is very, very low possibility. So yeah, we need higher prices to think about it. So very far right now, and of course, this can turn into something very bullish in case, of course, it makes a longer wave than wave 3, meaning extremely bullish, but yeah. Very far possibility to talk about it as well. So if we dive inside the 2 hours chart here, 1 hour 15-minute chart as well, we're gonna see what we are expecting for Bitcoin. So basically we are still watching the 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Of course, as we said, very far possibility. The highest possibility is a wave 1 there, finished of course as diagonal. So I'm looking here therefore, for something like that, I would say this is our diagonal. I'm gonna put it in the yellow here, and we might be, of course, looking here also for this finished wave 2, and we might be looking for something like that, guys. Okay, so this is the diagonal that we are looking for right now. Now, basically, this is our wave 2 there. Potentially finished also as a diagonal, which I don't like it, honestly, a zigzag to be finished both the A and the wave C in diagonals, but we don't have any other options unless, of course, they are double 1-2 again, as explained. So for the bullish scenario, very interesting, but yeah, I mean, the lower time frame here shows weaknesses again. So basically, we have a 1-2 here, wave 3 given, wave 4 as well, and then we were looking for a wave 5. Now the wave 5 here looks, of course, somehow as an impulse, can be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 if you take it from the macro level, but if you dive inside it, you cannot really count it like that, because of course it is a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. So this is only one wave, which is a wave C, A, B, and a C here. For a wave 1, another ending diagonal finishing up there. And of course, we got another impulse, correction, and ending diagonal for a wave C, again, meaning 1, and then wave 2. And currently, we're looking for a wave 3. So I would say the diagonal is unfolding perfectly here. Knowing that, yeah, it still can be a double 1-2 also on the micro level in case we are bullish. The price is still between the 0.618 here and the 0.786, the perfect fib level. It has failed the first testing area and, of course, dropped directly to the second testing area, which is right now, of course, holding on there. But yeah, obviously, it is something impulsive, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. And it might take, of course, the low. Once we take this low, Definitely we are pushing here for lower, so this is even confirmation or invalidation of bullish there. Okay, invalidation of bullish, totally bullish, no bullish scenario from there. Okay, 87k 245. So that means because if you take this price here, that means of course no 1-2, automatically the first 1-2 will be also invalidated, turning it into a full zigzag. And then of course an impulse is unfolding toward the downside. I would say not impulse, it is a zigzag. Okay, ABC. So what we are looking at right now is an A, B, and a C to finish up, of course, this wave 3. All right, so this is exactly what I'm looking for over there. So yeah, I would say this pass within the diagonal is unfolding perfectly. I would say we're looking here to finish up the wave A. It's gonna take one more low, of course, and then wave B, and then wave C over there. Okay, targets for the wave 3 here in this diagonal is going to be, of course, between this area. I would say even in a wave 5, but of course if we want to get the wave 3 diagonal as much higher precision there, wave 3 diagonal, yeah, we might reach this area. Yeah, there you go. So preferably for me, this is the target here. Preferably this was, of course, the wave 5 there for for a diagonal for a wave 5 in an impulse. And that's why, of course, I removed it right now, because the highest possibility here is the diagonal, right? Wave 3. And it might be less aggressive than expected. Yeah. So the wave 3 might simply take the low there, and we start to see, of course, something pushing for higher again. Okay. So we'll see, guys. However, preferably to not overpass the 1-to-1 fib level here. Okay. Because if we overpass it, that means, of course, wave 3 becomes longer than wave 1. Then, of course, something else is unfolding here. Okay. So preferably to stay inside the blue box there for wave 3. Meaning an A, B, and a C there, and then wave 4, and then wave 5. Okay, to take the low. Yep, so these are the possibilities on the lower time frame. I would say this is what Bitcoin is aiming for. It can be even a little bit higher, wave 4 and wave 5. So the trend toward the downside, I would say, is slowing down a little bit. It's not aggressive as it was before, right? Once it has dropped in the top. But yeah, it is slowing down somehow. We see a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, of course, as an ending diagonal here. If this is gonna end up, of course, an impulse, then okay, we can start to think here in a bigger diagonal, of course, A, B, and a C over there, of course, to continue for the wave 3 as we saw on the daily, right? So this impulse is only the wave A, guys. Okay, the wave A, and then B, and to finish the wave A first, of course, we need still one more low, and that means, of course, an ending diagonal as well internally here. Yep, so that was it for Bitcoin. We're gonna see what's gonna happen, of course, in the intraday. We're gonna update for further price action. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments. See you in the next one. Bye bye.